Hey everybody, this is Dr. Matthew Stevenson, and I'm very excited about the devotional I have for you today. You know that we are in a series called Don't Just Stand There, Do Something. The people of God have never been designated to just stand there and watch, but we have all been called to kingdom action. Last week we talked about following the cloud and following the pillar of fire. Well, today we're talking about something else. Roll the stone away. You know, Jesus, in the story of Lazarus being raised from the dead, we're introduced to in chapter 11 about the story of Lazarus being raised from the dead, but we see Jesus himself has several encounters where men attempt to stone him, to throw rocks at him. In the Old Testament, there were several legal provisions and conditions where men could be stoned, and it's interesting that one trait that is not changed from the Jews, the spiritual Israel, the people of God, the church, is that in the Old Testament, in the New, and even today, Christians love to throw rocks. Isn't that interesting that the people that we should be restoring and helping to get life back into them, oftentimes we're not the murderer, we're not the one who killed them, but we're still guilty by allowing that death to occur in our own plain sight. In our story today, we land upon a text where Jesus gives instructions to his disciples to move the stone away. The stone, in this case of Lazarus, was the rock and the obstruction and the issue that was in the way of having Lazarus to hear from the voice of God. And there are many of you under the sound of my voice, many of you around the world who love the Lord, but you've fallen into a state of death where it seems as if you are unable to get up, and then if you go to the wrong church or around the wrong people, instead of giving life to you and speaking life into your future and your purpose, maybe you've been hit upside the head with a rock. And I want to let you know, God is raising up disciples who won't throw rocks, but who will roll stones away. Jesus told his disciples before he spoke to Lazarus, move the stone away. Deal with the condemnation. Deal with the unforgiveness. It does not matter what condition you are in. If you are his sheep, you will hear his voice. You can be bloody, muddy, dirty, in whatever condition you're in, you can hear the voice of God. And it is the objective and the responsibility of every disciple, not just religious Jews, but disciples of Jesus, to move stones out of the ways of people's life. Paul says there's therefore now no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. I challenge you, find somebody who has been victimized and targeted by a bunch of rock-throwing Christians and move the stone out of their life. Affirm them. Speak life into them. Deal with the thing that's in the way. One of the things that we learn in today's message is that oftentimes we judge people's decisions, but we don't heal their condition. And there is a difference between the decisions people make and the reason they make the decisions. Some people make decisions because of a condition that has never been addressed. It's not just that everybody likes making dumb choices. Some people were not asked to come to the planet with the hand that they had been dealt. But we need to begin to be those that rise up and say, I'm not just going to judge and hold you accountable for your decisions. I'm going to ask God to use me to heal your condition. And so I want you to not just stand there. Do something. If you see somebody this week, if you know somebody who's in sin or bound by an issue or under lockdown by a spirit of death, the scriptures say we have victory over death. Oh death, where's your sting? Oh grave, where's your victory? Instead of walking past, watching somebody die a slow, miserable death at the hand of a condemning, gossiping, gruesome Christianity that would rather kill people than restore them, I dare you to do something different. Don't just stand there. Roll the stone away. This has been Dr. Matthew Stevenson challenging you to kingdom action. God bless you. Bye.